You know what it's all about. It's about making a better life, protecting the future, and having dreams, building relationships with people you trust, and redefining roles while embracing tradition. It's about changing, growing, and achieving freedom. For all the times of your life, Aid Association for Lutherans is there, helping you achieve the freedom that comes with financial security.
But where's Malawi anyway?
I know where it's at. It's in Hawaii. So funny. All right.
I've never even been to a third world country. What do you guys think it'll be like?
Hey, Denise.
Hey.
The teens have just met. They've decided they want to go to Malawi, Africa this summer.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to do a video shoot of our foreign missionaries.
Malawi? But who wants to see a video in Malawi?
I think a lot of people would be interested in watching the video because that's our largest foreign mission. In fact, if you put all of the other foreign missions together, Malawi is still bigger.
How big is it?
30,000 people over there. They're being served by 10 missionaries and 25 national pastors. Plus, the Synod spends almost $800,000 a year on Malawi alone. I think a lot of people would be interested in to see what that money's being spent on and how God has blessed us over there.
But the teens, why would the teens want to go to Malawi?
Well, the teens have never been to a foreign mission. They've never been to a third world country. I think it'd give them a great experience. Plus, we can shoot the video, bring it back, and show other teens in other WELS churches how God has blessed us over there. And maybe it might spark the interest in a young man or woman to start studying for the full-time ministry. I think it'll be a good trip. I think they'll have a good time.
Because of all the people in Malawi, most of the animals have been killed and eaten. So shortly after arriving, we went to a game park in Zambia to see wildlife. We were able to get up close to these wild animals, actually 10 to 15 feet, and shoot lions, elephants, giraffes, and even hippos. As one travels the countryside, you will find small villages scattered throughout. These villages lack all the modern conveniences such as running water, electricity, and indoor plumbing. Lake Malawi is the third largest body of water in all of Africa. It is fished every day to supply all of the local markets. The main source of transportation is walking. Every day you will see people walking to and from the villages. We came across a group of women walking and singing as they headed to a funeral in a nearby village. The Malawians often use their heads for multiple purposes. They will carry firewood and other building materials for long distances. In the Malawian culture, the women do the majority of the work, especially around the home. It was not uncommon to see people of all ages carrying big pails of water on their head. One of our teens found out that carrying water on your head is not as easy as it looks. Most of the cooking is done outside. In many of the villages, they will have one hut in the village dedicated to cooking and the storing of food, which is shared by all the villagers. Several years ago, the government supplied each village with its own well. Every meal, every day, is served with enzima. It has the consistency of bread dough. It's made with ground corn. The people will either pound the corn into a powder themselves, or if they can afford it, they will take it to the mill to be ground. Since most locals only have 2 meals a day, they will also snack on ants and even mice, roasted over an open fire. They will eat the whole mouse, bones, and fur. Kind of makes your mouth water, doesn't it? Here we paid a man 40 cents to eat a mouse, and he was kind enough to share it with the missionary, Paul Wagner. Another favorite snack of the Malawians is sugar cane. They have no candy stores throughout the country. They pull the skin of the cane off with their teeth and then chew on the center core, extracting the sugar from it. At any of the local markets, you can get fresh fish, pork, beef, or goat. Many of the villagers will raise the animals themselves and then take them to the market on their bicycles. The people of the market will butcher the animals and then cook them right at the market. They will waste nothing, eating even the organs. Alcoholism is a big problem among the villagers. We found these men at 10 o'clock in the morning drinking alcohol made from sugar cane. We also went into their village and found them making beer from corn. It's unusual to find women drinking, but as you can see, we did.
I can smell the alcohol.
Yeah.
It's fermenting, huh?
Yeah. So, can you see?
During our walk through the village, we came across a group of men and women getting ready to make bricks for the home of their new pastor. After the men have tilled the soil, the women soak it with water. They will then put the clay into a brick mold to dry. After the bricks have been dried by the sun, they will bake them in a fire until they turn a bright red. On a good day, they can make up to 5,000 bricks by hand. A typical home will take about 30,000 bricks. There are all different kinds of trades throughout the villages. There are tin makers, brick makers, carpenters, and those who specialize in thatch roofing and fencing. Because 27% of the children die before their 5th birthday, the carpenters stay quite busy building coffins. Very seldom will a vehicle stay empty. The Malawians will jam as many people as they can into vans, buses, and even pickups. Since less than 5% of the people have vehicles, the majority of the products like tobacco, sugar cane, etc. are transported by animals pulling carts. As you get closer to the major cities, there is a steady stream of bicyclists carrying firewood, produce, and even animals. Seven out of 50 children won't live to see their 1st birthday. 14 out of 50 won't live to see their 5th birthday. Malnutrition is the leading cause of death. Most of the children go to school through the 6th grade. If the parents do not have enough money or the children do not pass, they are unable to continue their education. We attended one of our schools where the children range in age from 3 to 12. Their teachers have a high school diploma. If a young girl isn't in school by the age of 15, she's expected to get married. Malawi is the 3rd poorest country in the world, where the average income is $200 a year. And yet, people seem to be happy, especially the children. Whenever we stopped and took out the camera to film, children came from all over, laughing and smiling and want to be on the camera. The simplest things made the kids happy, even giving them hand puppets. One day, as we were traveling the countryside, we came